Hello, guys. Welcome back. I was feeling kind of sad last night, so I cleaned my house. A little of my house. You guys know I have the health issues, so some days just cleaning the sink area, cleaning the, um, what is it called? A dish drain? And cleaning the, stove is enough excitement for me. So yeah, I was doing that late last night. I put on a playlist and I was feeling kind of unloved and lonely, and I said, well, why doesn't someone send a sign that they love me? And the song I associate with Satan came on, and that was all Satan songs last night. It was all Satan songs this morning. And I'm like, thanks, Satan. So Satan got his word worked on last night. And we got a fluff ton of our groceries in today, so that was good. We're covered for that. We got a bill paid today, so we're doing good. Life is good. If I can pay the bills and get food, I'm happy. But he did another curious thing last night. He asked me, what do you really want out of life? And I don't think this is going anywhere. I don't. But I told him everything. And I'm like, maybe he's just, being okay. I'll hear about because no one else wants to hear about it. And I told him. I said, I don't want a yacht. What the hell would I do with it? I really don't want world travel, especially now. I said, yeah, world travel just went out the window, didn't it? Unless you're going to dress in like a hazmat suit, and that could be awkward. I've seen, unfortunately, all joking aside, pictures of that, but I'm like, kid, no. A plague doctor outfit might not be bad, but anyhow, nobody wants world travel anymore. I said, I really wouldn't want a mansion unless I had a staff to take care of it, and I can't see me running a staff of anybody. I can't run a staff of me. I said I would like, and I told him what I've told you guys, and you're sick of hearing. I said that's really all I want. All anybody wants is enough, enough money to live on, and home security and food security. I said that medical care when we absolutely need it, and I said that's it. And he's nodding, he's nodding. Goes, well, that's sensible. And he's the one that's been allowing me more freedom. He let me watch the thing on the Black Death yesterday. And yeah, I watched it because I was waiting for the Plague Doctor and waiting for the Plague Doctor. And this is the borderline between when the History Channel used to do actual history stuff and when they started to romanticize stuff. Because if I mention a Plague Doctor, and they weren't even doctors, but say I mention a doctor, Plague Doctor, I know what you're seeing. Unless you've been on Pinterest and seen what they actually look like, and then you're like, they look so stupid. Yeah, a bunch of men that weren't gay designing masks. What do you think they're going to come out looking like? Back here. I'm sorry, but unless there was like a talented gay designer back then designing all these outfits, there's no fucking way they look this beautiful. They look kind of sad. So, but they had the romantic version of the Plague Doctor in there, just to be clear. If it looks like it's from an opera, that's the romantic version. If it looks like it had the plague, that's the actual historical version. That's kind of a fast way to know. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just as time has gone over, we've romanticized the figure until the fact where we think he's a doctor and he wasn't. They were just sort of like herbalists, and they had some kind of basic knowledge, which, let's be honest, back then the doctors didn't have much more. And they would go in the areas of the poorest of the poor. You did not see the plague doctor if you were good and rich and could afford an actual doctor. He would come in and he would do what passed for medicine back then, and we laugh at it now, but you would pay for it in New Age treatment now. They would put all this stuff together and they would try to like burn out the sores, or they would lance sores, or they would do other stuff. They had a diary of one, and he said, he would take that mask off from time to time and even take his gloves off, would put him at danger. They knew enough. They didn't know the disease was coming from fleas, but they knew enough to know that what happened when the plague came. So we're going to talk about the Black Death today. What happened when the plague came is, at least in London, they locked the whole family up with the victim. And that was a guaranteed death sentence, and nobody knew why. But they knew that if you locked the family up with them, it was very likely a death sentence. Very rarely somebody lived through it, and they have no idea how. It probably just luck. They didn't get bitten. but by fleas. But I heard it confused by people back here. No, baby, by fleas. The Black Death. You had to be around. I got yeah. So they would go into these houses knowing they had every chance of picking it up, but that's what the costumes were for, the waxed coats and everything. But they knew they were taking a big chance when they took the gloves and that face mask off. They knew something. They thought it was foul air. They thought it was foul air from the earth, but we can't laugh at them because that's as far advanced as their science was back then. They thought there were humors in the body that had to be balanced, and if you could balance those, you could bring, the body back into balance. They were trying to save people, they just didn't know how to do it. So it was really fascinating to watch. We watched it till to the Plague Doctors, and then I got a little bored. I kind of watched like some more after that, but when Trump said that the Corona is going to go away, I'm like, yeah, it's going to go away like the Black Death went away. It's going to be the analogy because that's exactly what popped into my head. We have crazy leadership and we have crazy Americans. True story, you can look this up. Some guy shot up at McDonald's because his pissy little ass couldn't sit down in the dining area and dine in. They're following the law. You can't dine in right now in some places. It's the fucking law. But because he wanted to sit down, and I believe they said there was a woman that was shooting too. They shot up at McDonald's because, they wanted to dine in. Thankfully, they had the accuracy of stormtroopers and people got hit, but not fatally. But still, who the hell shoots up at McDonald's because you can't sit there and eat? Really? Anytime I sit in McDonald's, I wonder which major disease I'm gonna get. Oh, back here. They keep them clean. They keep them clean. But you know what I mean. It's kind of like you go in there and depending on your age, you're wondering which pestilence is hanging out at McDonald's today. I'm gonna get fucking sued. But you know what I mean? So, it's kind of a crazy world we're living in right now. So the demons were just about sitting on me saying, "You're not going out," because that's all they needed to see. Is somebody shot up at McDonald's, and the shootings are still going on. That's all they needed to see. That pestilence. They're like, "No, you're not going out for a while." But the demons were more excited than the gods that we got food, and they were like puppies I'm putting food away. And I said, yeah, I said it's a blessing that we can order stuff. I know, not touch your face, but I wash my hands, I swear. Um, it's a blessing we have this, that we have food that can be delivered. I said we have all this stuff, and we got to see that good documentary last night that was fascinating. And, I got to spend time with Satan, which was good because usually some gods are more dominant and you spend all your time with them. And I really don't get time with Satan and the demons sometimes. Poor Asmodeus hasn't gotten any time in a while, and it's just because some are more dominant and they kind of shove their way to the front. But, hopefully we'll have demon time for a while because I need it. They're more calming. I love the Norse gods from back, forward, and sideways, but they like to agitate a lot. They do like to have downtime, but it's like at their discretion. They like to agitate a lot, where demons are more like calming stuff down and bringing stuff into order, especially Asmodeus. So they're all pleased. We got the groceries put away. We've got a couple more household supplies on the way, and that'll be it for the month. We'll be good for the month. And I did this because the supply chain's really erratic. Some stuff I ordered about a week ago or so, it has not shipped yet, and that's fine. It eventually will ship. It's not like it's never going to come. And we're doing good. So we hope you guys are having a good one. Just wanted to get you caught up. The boys are excited. We got groceries. So it was cute. They're like almost like you feel like these little puppies following you around like they've never seen it before. But if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.